Hey everybody, Michael Stead here, founder of the Abundance Society, where we teach you how to invest and grow your money the way the rich and the wealthy do so that you can create the financial freedom and prosperity that you deserve. And welcome to the video today called How Rich People Get Rich. So in this video, I'm going to show you one of the greatest misconceptions that most people have about rich people and how they actually earn their money. And then I'm going to show you the 3 fundamental wealth building truths that all rich people follow and that I myself have learned, which helped me create more than a 6-figure net worth while I was still in college. So let's start with the great misconception. Now, this misconception I'm referring to, this is something that you'll find in a lot of the personal finance books out there, and it's this idea that they're perpetuating that you can become wealthy solely through investing. Now, before you start leaving me nasty comments underneath this video saying, I don't know what the heck I'm talking about, let me just show you a real life example just so we can put some context around what I'm saying and so that I can prove to you that I'm not just merely making this up or just pulling stuff out of thin air. So let's just say you had $25,000 that you wanted to invest and put that money to work for you. Now, depending on who you are, that might sound like a small amount of money. For others watching this, that might sound like a huge amount of money. But let's just say you had $25,000 you wanted to invest. Now, let's also assume that you found a good investing strategy and system, like the ones that our members find inside of the Abundance Society, that would enable you to earn an average rate of return of about 10% per year. Okay, so over a 10-year period, your $25,000 would have turned into $64,000, or just a little bit over 64 grand. So obviously that's not bad, but let's be honest with ourselves, that hardly makes an individual wealthy, and that's investing over a 10-year period of time. So let's stretch our timeline over 20 years now. Well, now that 25,000, that would have turned into a little over $168,000. So again, obviously that's good. That's not a bad thing. Obviously, we'd much rather have that than not have that. But if we were completely honest with ourselves, we'd realize that if we tried to retire on that, obviously that would not take us too far. So now let's get really crazy and take that timeline over a 30-year period of time. So 30 entire years now that we're talking about. Well, now that 25,000 would have turned into a little over $436,000. So I think you're starting to kind of get the picture now that if you're just solely relying on investing in order to build wealth, you're really shortchanging yourself and really missing out on some really big life-changing opportunities that could really help you reach your financial goals. So after a 30-year period of time, if we were just following this, we would only have a passive income of a little, we'd have a pre-tax passive income of a little over $43,000 a year. Now, if we had a simple lifestyle, maybe that's enough for us, but I'm assuming that for the average person watching this, obviously they would like to have a little bit more than that. So, as I promised, I want to show you how rich people actually get rich by showing you the 3 fundamental wealth building truths that all rich people follow. So this brings us to wealth building truth number 1. And that is you can't grow wealthy unless you first grow your income first. Now, this is something that the majority of personal finance books out there completely and totally miss. And they give people this idea that if you just put a couple $100s away a month and that you invest it over the long term, that you'll become wealthy and that you'll be able to go and do what it is you want to do. Well, unfortunately for the average person out there, they simply just don't have a 20 to 30 year period of time. And what a lot of folks found themselves in, especially when the crash in 2008 happened, is that when the crash actually did happen, that really set them back. And that really prevented them from actually being able to retire. because they were solely relying on the passive income that they were able to generate off their investments. So what all wealthy people know is that before they become savvy investors, they first need to develop ways to increase their income. Because the truth is that for you to be an investor, you first have to have chips to play the game. And unless you're able to devote large portions of money to work on a very systematic and regular basis, it's going to take a very, very long time in order for you to reach your financial goals. So this brings us to wealth building truth number 2. And that is, you can't grow wealthy unless you reinvest your earnings back into your investments. Now, obviously this sounds fairly obvious, and granted I'm probably speaking to the choir at this point in time, but how many times have you found yourself where you made an investment and the investment may have paid off, but then you went and spent the money on something? This is a place where a lot of people find themselves, where they go make an investment, and if it actually works out, then they go use that money and spend it on consumption and lifestyle. Now, obviously, for compounding to work, you need to be disciplined, and you need to follow it and make sure that you're disciplined in following a proven system that's going to help you get to where you want to go. So, the reason why rich people get rich is not so much off the return that they get off their investments, although that certainly does help, but rather it's the discipline and focus that they have by continually reinvesting their earnings back into the system that's enabling them to grow their wealth. So this brings us to wealth building truth number 3, and that is, you can't grow wealthy unless you are disciplined and follow a proven money management system. Now, it's long been said that it's not how much you make that's important, but rather how much you keep. And unfortunately for the majority of people out there, they might follow wealth building truth number 1, and they're very good at bringing money in by finding ways to increase their income. But unfortunately, every time their income increases, so does their lifestyle, and so does the amount that they're spending. And one of the biggest breakthroughs that people need to have and learn is that you can't grow wealthy unless if your spending keeps going up as your income increases. So, what you need to do before you even increase your income is to follow a proven money management system, which is what we teach all our members inside of the Abundance Society, and we actually made a video on it on our YouTube channel here, so I'll post a link below if you want to watch that and learn more about that. But in order for you to create wealth, you need to follow a proven money management system that once money comes in, you know exactly what to do with it, where to allocate it, what jobs you want it to do, and how you want it to work for you. So, thanks so much for watching the video today. I hope you enjoyed this and you got a lot of value out of it. So if you like this video, make sure you subscribe to my channel. And if you haven't already, make sure you leave me a comment below. Let me know what you thought. I'll be answering questions and responding to comments personally. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you share it with your friends just by clicking the little like buttons above or below this video. So once again, my name is Michael Stead, founder of the Abundance Society, empowering ordinary people with the wealth creation strategies of the ultra-rich. Thank you very much and have a great day.